The teacher's just awesome. The way we get it done around here just awesome. I feel so awesome. Now ain't that awesome? Hands in the sky like my school's so awesome. Everything awesome. They couldn't keep up with my pace, so I lost them. Ain't old enough to drive, so I'm walking. School is money these days, so it's costing. Ain't distracted by none of y'all talking. Getting this work done can be exhausting.
It is a rare honor in this life to follow one of your heroes. And John Lewis is one of my heroes.
The great opportunity of meeting John Lewis several years ago, and the first thing that he said to me was that you're standing for something that will make all individuals free, and that's education. And the congressman's response was, keep pushing, keep moving forward. You can begin to continue to change and move folks forward through education.
In 1955, when I was 15 years old in the 10th grade, I heard about Rosa Parks. I heard the words of Martin Luther King Jr. on old radio. The words and leadership of Dr. King inspired me. The action of Rosa Parks inspired me.
When he started talking and telling him his story, I already knew parts of his story, but to hear it from him, like, it really made me cry, because it's just like I'm looking at him. I'm in the same room as him.
I met Rosa Parks in 1957 when I was 17. Met Dr. King the next year, 1958, at the age of 18. And it changed my life.
Through strong perseverance, that anything is possible.
To have a monument of this great leader is a great feat.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has proven that African Americans are in fact intellectual beings.
The monument is important. On the mall itself there hasn't been a really big monument for African Americans in decades. It being on the mall at that, there's really nothing at the National Mall. Really nothing, and that's huge.
I'll be there, will you?
I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
I'm Kiana Faircloth, host of Studio 901. Don't forget to join us as I chat with Chelsea Green, The Green Room.
Yes.
Awesome album.
Join us on Sundays and Fridays at 9 p.m. on Studio 901, where we just might spotlight you.
My name is Aaliyah Good. I'm in the 10th grade and I attend Richard Wright Public Charter School. And I am 15 years old. I wanted to become a makeup artist because my mom, she does makeup, and I used to see her do like people's prom makeups and wedding makeups when I was little, and it just caught my attention because I like being creative, and it was just like a way that you can express yourself on other people.
Good afternoon and welcome to the RJ PCS News, the right news, the right way. I'm Shawnquelle Dennis. And I'm Janiyah Pearson, sitting in for Shaka Williams. And here we are once again with a brand new episode. What happens in room 108 between the hours of 2:15 and 4:15, Monday through Thursday, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon?
Have you ever wondered who makes those cool denim jackets with the artwork on the first floor? Well, want to know more? It's Mr. Carr's visual arts class. This is the first time that there's been a full-time visual arts program at RWPCS versus the 1 hour, 1/4 class from Roxy last year. It all started when Dr. Clark saw potential in a kid's artwork that was displayed in the hallway. These potential artists helped him decide to create a real class. It's 2 classes for the 10th, 8th graders who learn about art through history. Next, they created their own art in that style. So far, the students have used canvases, pencil drawings, and still life as their mediums.
Mr. Carr teaches us different things. He also lets us express ourselves in many different ways, but he also gives us a specific technique to follow.
Art is a therapeutic way to express themselves, says Mr. Carr. In the near future, the students will be moving into art sculptures. The visual arts program allows them to start building their portfolio in the 8th grade, so that by the time they get to the 12th, they'll have a nice collection of work to display. In the future, Mr. Carr wants the kids to start doing animations, maybe even for the newscast. This will take a little bit more funding, but we are optimistic. This is Joshua Mitchell, for Audio PCS News.
My name is Kermisha, I'm 16 years old, and I wanted to participate in the YCI program because it will help me develop the skills that I need to major in film studies in college.
DCTV's Youth Training Institute, creating the future media makers.
On November 8, 2013, students at Richard Wright Public Charter School participated in the first ever Careers in Film Symposium at the White House, hosted by First Lady Michelle Obama.
In that moment.
In that moment.
In that moment. In that moment, I met Michelle Obama.
In that moment, Michelle Obama, First Lady of the U.S., smiled at me and looked me in the eyes. I swear she did. Tell me she did.
In that moment, Barack Obama looked in my eyes and he waved at me. And I cried.
In that moment, I saw Barack Obama leave and he waved at us and I was excited. I was about to cry.
That was a beautiful moment. Everybody saw it.
In a moment, I was able to meet Whoopi Goldberg. We took pictures. I was able to act with her, do scenes.
In that moment, I was given the opportunity to do improv with Whoopi Goldberg, and we so danced. Okay.
You ready?